The Bihar government tabled the report of its caste survey in the State Assembly on 7th November. This survey was conducted between January and August this year, and its initial report was released last month. And now, the Nitish Kumar-led government has come out with social, economic, and educational data. Some of its findings are startling. Like 14% of the state's population still lives in huts. Over a third of the families in the state survive on a monthly income of 6,000 rupees or less. And over 63% of families have a monthly income of up to 10,000 rupees. Only 14% have cleared standard 10. And less than 1% of the population has a postgraduate degree. Only 1.5% of people in the state have government jobs. Bihar's caste survey report might go down in history if Chief Minister Nitish Kumar implements his promise to increase the reservation limit to 75% from the existing 60%. It also includes a 10% quota for economically weaker sections. The state cabinet has cleared this proposal and it awaits nod from the assembly. The release of the survey report marks the first time after the 1931 caste-based census that the findings on the caste breakup have been made public. In 2011, Congress-led UPA government had undertaken a socio-economic and caste census or SECC data. However, its findings were never revealed. Let's delve into detail. The report found that of the 2.76 crore families living in Bihar, 94 lakh earned less than 6,000 rupees in a month and were considered poor by the government. Data showed that the highest proportion of poor families was recorded amongst the scheduled castes at 42.93% and 42.7% scheduled tribes fell in the poor category, followed by extremely backward classes or EBCs at 34%. 33% other backward classes or OBCs were poor, and about 25% of families from the general category were found to be poor. On the education front, a paltry 6% of the 13 crore population in Bihar has a graduation degree. Among the general category, about 13% of their population are graduates, while on the other hand, a meager 3% of the SCs were found to be graduates, and about 67% of the state's population was either students or homemaker women. Data shows that of the 20 lakh people employed in government jobs, over 6 lakh each belong to the general category and the OBCs, followed by the SCs with about 3 lakh and STs with only 30,164 persons working in government jobs. Besides high out-migration, the general category was also in the lead when it comes to vehicle ownership, residential ownership, and internet access. 95% of the state's population owned a vehicle, only around 1% had internet access on their laptops, and 14% of the total population lived in huts, data showed. What were the key takeaways for experts from Bihar's caste survey report?
Apart from giving the OBCs their due and SC/STs their due, greater reservation in government jobs, and I would say even more important, in educational institutions, because that's where the story starts. And I think we haven't laid enough emphasis on that part, in educational institutions, not just of higher learning. I think it needs to probably go down further. And also look at the larger picture. Jobs are going to be the challenge for India. That is what is also coming out of the Bihar survey report. How do you create jobs? It's all right to say that just over 1% government jobs are available. How many people are going to be accommodated there? So I think really we have to look as a country, as different communities, the corporate sector, the government, state, center. I think we need to put our heads together.
Since there is no comparable survey, it's hard to figure out what has changed and what hasn't. But what it definitely reveals is that there is, localized inequality between different jatis, between different communities that might vary from, say, district to district. And the availability of this granular data, which is at the jati level, which breaks down even the categories, scheduled caste, scheduled tribes, OBCs, etc., EBCs, can in principle allow for a much more nuanced and appropriate policy framework that targets the gaps exactly at the level that they need to be targeted.
Clearly, the caste survey paints a grim picture of Bihar. But is more reservation the answer? If it is, then why didn't it translate after over 7 decades of implementation? Clearly, there are lacunae due to which the benefits of reservation are not reaching the needy. And without addressing it, there are chances that this latest exercise may also fall short of its promises.
If you like this video, share it and subscribe to Business Standard. For more news, views and insights, log on to www.business-standard.com. Do also follow us on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Telegram and LinkedIn.
She has ambitions of becoming a brand. Business Standard.